What's good, you boys? It's your boy Gilly, and today, not a video I wanted to make. We're going to be talking about the whole MuleBuy and KakoBuy situation. This is going to be a YouTube exclusive. I said in one of my previous videos I was done covering news about this type of stuff in specific because of what happened to PandaBuy. When I was covering that, it was a shit show, but more on that later. However, the more I was meditating on it, I thought all the YouTube comments I read, 99% of them, like, there at least seems to be some thought behind the comment. However, for TikTok and even Instagram, I've read some of these comments and I'm just like, is this person real? And when covering the PandaBuy situation, the source I was getting all my information from got every single thing right. So I just relayed that to the public. People that promoted PandaBuy were just shitting on me daily, saying I was lying, fear mongering. PandaBuy was so beloved. Even the loyalist buyers were like, yeah, this is cap. And staff, all as a little trio, banded together, trying to discredit me. Look where it's at now. There's still staff that are defending PandaBuy, saying it's coming back. I swear to you. So this video is going to be a bit of speculation mixed in with some facts. I'll tell you what's speculation. I'll tell you what's fact. It's very early days. With all that being said, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I would suggest also joining the Discord because I will keep you updated. The first point for you buyers that use these agents, stop going to staff thinking you're going to get truth. Just ask yourself the question, when I ask in a MuleBuy or KakoBuy subreddit, what's happening? Do you think people on the payroll are going to give me an honest answer? Now, you might be saying, well, yeah, they have insider information. If we're taking anything from the PandaBuy situation, every single person under the payroll lied to you. Creators, everybody. Now, of course, you guys on YouTube are going to ask me for my sources. You just have to trust me, bro. I know that's not convicting, is it? But with the whole PandaBuy situation, I made like 30 videos. Every point in there came out to be true, sometimes even a year after it. I've been in the agent industry for about 8 years now, 7-8 years. I've been to China multiple times. I know a lot of Chinese people. I'll just say that. You could say I've been unemployed for 8 years, but I didn't pop up on TikTok promoting one of these agents 2 weeks ago. Some of you know how long I've been doing this, but a lot of you have just found this channel recently because I get deleted all the time. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into it. So MuleBuy and KakoBuy are under scrutiny right now. That's all I've been made aware of. We're gonna start off with KakoBuy because about 2 days ago, as I'm recording this, I saw some people in my Reddit jumping up and down saying like, what the fuck's happening to KakoBuy? Because when you went on the KakoBuy URL, it said the page was taken down for like legal complaints, legal reasons. I'll have the screenshot here. We did get a screenshot of it. I have never seen this. Even when PandaBuy there was literally the police force in the office. I didn't see this. It didn't get seized by like a federal agency or the FBI. You know, you see on some of the hacker forums, you'll see like it's seized by the FBI. It was none of that, but it was a very peculiar web page. Now, this page was changing every now and then. I was starting to think it was being DDoS. A lot of these agents in the last 6 months have been targets of like hackers wanting ransom, just doing it for the fun of it. God knows why. Each agent has suffered some sort of little breach or exploit. So I thought this was kind of falling in line with it. And there was actually people saying this same thing I was thinking in multiple forums. However, while I'm making this video, the website is now back up. It was not offline for very long. Now, when I went to just see what the staff was saying, I'm a lurker, I'm everywhere. What they were saying was it was maintenance. It's an oddly specific error page for maintenance. What do I know? When websites get maintenance, I just don't think, especially the niche they're in, that it's gonna have a legal complaint pop up. If you're changing your website, why would you have that redirect to that page? That just doesn't sound right to me. I know, call me a conspiracy theorist. So when this was popping up, already there was people, of course, it's kind of trauma from the PandaBuy situation. There was people already saying their exit scammed. I'm just gonna say this, it is way too early to say that. We need to let this play out. There was already people calling the banks. I'm gonna leave that up to, case by case. Whether that's the right thing to do or not, that is completely on the individual. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. If they've been scammed by PandaBuy before, I don't blame them. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Some people got done so dirty by PandaBuy. I've met people in real life and they were like, yo, watch your videos. There's one guy I'm speaking about here. Shout out to him. He was like, I lost $900 to PandaBuy, and he was working a minimum wage job. I'm just like, dude, I felt so bad for you. And if you think I did promote PandaBuy, I never have. I was PandaBuy's #1. hater. So as of I'm recording this, that seems to be it with the KakoBuy situation. I haven't heard any, unlike the MuleBuy one, which is definitely worse from what I'm reading. It's kind of going to go back to my point about people already calling the banks and charging back. If you use this platform and you feel a little bit uncertain right now, that is your gut telling you that this ship could sink. I'm not saying it will, it is on you. Now there's levels to this. Do you call the bank back now? I'm not going to give that advice out. It's not a good look, but I have not seen enough crazy shit yet to say call the fucking bank like I did with PandaBuy, get your money back. It's too early as I'm recording this. But if this makes you feel a little bit uneasy about shipping your next haul out, your answer's there. You might want to look elsewhere. So you might be asking, Gilly, why do agents get shut down? Will this happen to every single agent? Just before we get onto the MuleBuy situation, I'm going to give you guys some very important information on how this shit works. Because if you're consuming and using agents as much as I do, you want to be in the know, you want to know how this shit works. The first thing people say is it's creators' fault. Like myself, we're the reason shit gets shut down. The PandaBuy situation did undoable damage to the look of creators because there was creators 6 months after it shut down saying it's coming back. Hold out, boys, hold the bag. We're gonna be back soon. So when it never came back, people looked at me and people that promoted other agents and went, you guys are part of the same problem. I've seen many agents get created in front of my eyes. I know how they start up and I know what it takes for them to succeed, and it is creators. If creators didn't make videos, they'd be unprofitable by the second month. Word of mouth on forums these days isn't enough if they want to overtake other agents. It was enough back in the day when it was only Reddit. That was the only way of promotion. And since there was like 2 agents to pick from, it was either you use one or the other. So one Reddit would promote one, the other would promote the other. But in 2026, there is hundreds of agents all fighting for market share. If they want to be the biggest, they need creators. A lot of cost goes into the initial startup. If they were just like, yeah, let's just hope people find us. You wouldn't know about any of these agents if people didn't talk about them, if subreddits didn't promote them, if they didn't run ads, all of the above. So when people say like it's the creators' fault, you wouldn't know about the rep scene, you would not know about the rep space if it wasn't for creators. That rant's over. So why an agent gets shut down? Could be multiple reasons, but it usually comes down to this one single reason. Agents operate in a gray area. You guys know they're buying proxies. You can technically buy anything from these agents. You can buy furniture. Recently, I've been buying heaps of Chinese brands, authentic Chinese brands. You can even buy authentic products from Taobao. So in theory, they're saying we don't control what people ship. We're not saying buy reps only. We only ship reps. They're saying we offer everything. Without us, you can't buy from these Chinese marketplaces. So they're operating in a gray area. Where this becomes a red area, it's like the PandaBuy situation. Brands get pissed off. They investigate top to bottom and they go, this guy second in charge was manufacturing. This guy here was doing this shady business deal with this person promoting this. This guy here also knew about that. He was pushing certain sellers because he was taking money from them. When agents get scrutinized, this gets scrutinized as well. If this is uncovered, this is when shit hits the fan. What brands carry out these investigations? I'm going to leave it up to the imagination. That's all I'll say. I'll leave a little space after this. Just let your brain think about 2 large brands. It's 2 of them always, times over. It's not hard to guess who it is. Who has the most resources? Who has pull in China? It's always those guys. I am also not implying that these agents have been doing that, but you need to be aware of that because you can run an agent, let's say just random figures. Any brands watching this, these are not based in any fact. Let's say your agent nets profit $100,000. If I told you you could make $10 million in 1 year, but you had to start a factory and start making some not so real items, that's what PandaBuy did. It's fact. No one knew that, but it came out once it was investigated. So it's up to the leadership of these agents. Do they want to just get in, make a shit ton of money and get out and leave people holding the bags? Or they want to not do that, play the long game, play the gray area game, the safer game, and not do that, make less money but last longer? And that's up to the leadership. I don't know anyone at these agents. I cannot speak for the leadership. I watched them from a distance and they do a lot of questionable things. That's kind of going to close the KakoBuy one for now. More information needs to come up. Let's get into MuleBuy because this one's worse. This one is 100% worse. So I've been told their warehouses, I don't know how many they have. Some have been sealed off already. So the MuleBuy website is up. It's fully functional as of recording this. It doesn't seem to have the front-facing issues like KakoBuy. But what I've been told is some of their warehouses have been investigated. This is coming from multiple sources. When I did the PandaBuy one, I thought rather than just going to one source, I need like 10. Some of their warehouses have been shut. I'm not in China. Can I 100% say that's fact? No. But I've been told from multiple people warehouses have been shut. So take what you want with that. It's not pure spec. It's not fact. I haven't seen photos like I did with the PandaBuy one. Has Mule been manufacturing stuff? All my sources say unconfirmed, but someone is investigating them. That is fact. Okay, so you guys that use the platform can let me know if you've been running into problems. I've seen a lot of people swap from promoting that agent. Does that mean anything? Not necessarily. So I'm going to read some comments from my community, various communities, sort of talk about them because some of them raise valid concerns. So this one here, it's like most of people saying the agents rated are paid by other agents. It's a valid observation, but at the same time, you're going to take what the paid staff are saying as absolute fact. You need to look at both sides. You need to have your mind open. This was the exact cope people were saying about me when I was talking about PandaBuy. It's still very early days, so I am sort of with this guy. You know, don't jump up and down yet like some people are doing. It is early days, okay? And then when he says hundreds of police officers surrounded, were you not here for PandaBuy? I said this word for word, bar for bar. You can look up the screenshots. Off the top of my head, I think 300 police officers went to PandaBuy's various warehouses. 300. 90 is more than possible. I'm telling you. But again, we don't have screenshots. I don't know where this has come from, but don't write it off completely. Some guy's using Kalana to buy his fake drip. Cooked. Boys, let me know in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this? Absolute conclusion, early days. Nothing set in stone yet. Multiple sources all say the same thing. I will tell you if I get things wrong, always, okay? So do what you want with this information. Drop a like, drop a sub if you're new around here. I love each and every single one of you. See you guys in the next one. Peace.